Alright guys, I promised you a funny story to tell. I got so many likes on Facebook, so here it is. Let's see. Last weekend, parents go to Indiana for some trip just to get out of the house. And it's me, Levi Farrell, and Austin Woods. We're hanging out at my house Friday. And while we're hanging out at my house, started getting a little tense with my sister, who came out to watch the house. So they left. That's focus, dude. Alright. Started getting a little tense, whatever. And, ended the night. Went to sleep. Woke up. Hung out with Austin and Levi all day again. Dude. Hung out with them all night again. Then Sunday morning, they come over and, we started making breakfast. And that's what, I was in an argument with my sister Christina all weekend over the dumbest stuff. Just sibling rivalry going on. We start cooking breakfast, and Levi goes to open up this package of bacon and cuts his thumb off. Knife. He's cutting through bacon, slices straight through his thumb, cuts his thumb off from like mid thumbnail up. He's freaking out, and I'm in awe. He runs to the bathroom, starts watering it down, grabs like the half that came off. He's just holding it, watering his finger. I run upstairs. I go to grab hydrogen peroxide. I end up grabbing liquid hydrocodone, which didn't turn out too good. I run back downstairs with the peroxide. I just pour a fuck ton on. He's freaking out. Thumb's bubbling. He puts his thumb back together. I grab some medical tape and a gauze pad, and I put it together and made some jerry-rigged bandage for his thumb to be put back on. Okay, didn't think anything of it. Well, I was freaking out, but I didn't think it was going to get worse than that. Then me and Levi go outside, smoke a cigarette, whatever, and we come back in. Austin's still cooking. Austin shows us his thumb, and his thumb's burnt from here to here. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? This is do we have some bad karma from last night or something? And okay, he just waters his hand, it burns, whatever. Alright, whatever. Yeah. We sit down, we sit down, start eating, start talking about it, and what the hell's gonna happen to me, right? What the fuck? And I don't know, me and my sister started getting in more arguments, more and more extreme, more ridiculous. And I got pissed off. Sibling rivalries, everyone knows how that is. I punch a wall, ended up breaking this hand, which I'm supposed to have my splint on, but I took it off when I was sleeping last night. But anyway, I shattered this hand. I'm freaking out. I'm pissed off. My sister's yelling at me. Dad's on the phone, stepmom's on the other phone. We're freaking out at each other, doing this stupid little freaking competition of who can win the parents over. And I end up going to the hospital. I ask where the insurance card is, You're not getting the insurance card, you didn't break your hand, blah, blah, blah. I'm okay, whatever. I just leave and hope that the hospital I go to has my insurance information from a month ago when I blew my ankle out and ripped my Achilles tendon in half. But we get there, they say that parents need to need verbal verification to use the insurance. And, he did eventually, but he was pissed off that I went without his permission. But, we go in, they get my vitals, they get my vitals and my information and everything, and they send us to the waiting room, which we sat there for 8 hours, from 12:30 in the morning till 7:30 at night. Waiting and waiting and waiting. All of our phones are dead. All of our iPods are dead. We are doing nothing except freaking out, trying to make a plan, and just plain old being pissed off. This day couldn't get worse. Waiting. And waiting. And waiting. waiting and twiddling my thumbs and learning how to snap with 2 different fingers and learning how to clap really fast, which I would do if my hand wasn't broken, and just drumming on my lap for 8 hours. We finally get called back after waiting for 8 hours. And they send us to the room. Okay, whatever. I'm thinking it's going to be like 10 minutes before the doctor gets in. It's another 45 minutes. There's we're looking around, just fucking around being dumbasses because, 3 buddies locked in a 5x5 room for 45 minutes after waiting for 8 hours. Some dumb shit's going to go down. There's this whiteboard, and on the whiteboard, on the bottom of it, there's faces, like pain, level up, like 1 to 10. The first one's like smiling, content. Then it's like worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And the last one's like freaking out, frowny face, mouth open, tears coming out. Me being the dumbass I am, I grab a pen, or grab that dry erase marker and draw a dick into the mouth. If you find that, I'm sorry. Austin grabs a tissue, draws a dick on it, on the back of it, and it just says LOL underneath, and he puts it like 4 tissues down in the tissue box. Whatever. Fucking around, just being dumbasses, putting gloves over our head, trying to blow them up with our nose. Stupid. Anyway, after like an hour and a half of waiting, doctor comes in, grabs my hand, takes me to x-rays, get an x-ray, go back. They give me a splint, split me up, wrap me up, give me all this information, give me this paperwork. Then we wait around for another 45 minutes for I don't even know what to tell me that my hand is broke when I knew. Gave me instructions, whatever. And they're like, alright, you're good to go. Ask first, sucker, of course. But, after sitting there for so long, sitting there for like 9-10 hours, we finally get to leave. We got there at 12:30 in the morning, and we left at like 9. Like, it was retarded. We finally get to leave, and when we got there, it was like 50 degrees outside, sunny, beautiful day. Like, I was thinking skating, something fun. We go outside, and it's blizzarding. It's like, there's like 4 or 5 inches outside already. Like, you gotta be kidding me. We drove here in a 99 Cougar, which is a 2-door gay little sports car. Sorry, Austin, but it is. Front wheel drive. Like, come on, we're fucked. We finally said fuck it, started driving home. It's like 9 o'clock. We turn onto Woodward, sketchy. Then we go to make a turnaround to go towards Waterford, and we end up drifting into the curb, bending the axle. Like, the back axle was bent all the way in. It was... So we had no phones. We had no phone. All of our phones were dead. All of our iPods were dead. Everything was dead. We were fucked. We had no money. We had like $1. So we get to run back, jog back to the hospital in a blizzard. We get there. Austin calls his parents. His parents bitch him out for getting in an accident, so he hangs up on him. I call my parents. My parents are still in Indiana, like on their way home through the blizzard, so they're not going to pick me up anytime soon. We're like, what the hell do we do? So, call our buddy Devin. He's like, yeah, I can pick you up. Hour later, he shows up, and, ended the day, but, I was grounded. I have a shattered hand. I need surgery. Levi cut his thumb off. Austin burnt his hand super bad and almost totaled his car. Worst day ever. That's my story, I guess. Just worst Sunday ever in my life. Peace.